Hello everybody. Today we're going to make these cute little cherry blossoms. They are in the Silhouette Design Store, and I cut them out with my Cameo Silhouette 5 awesome machine. So slick, and it's so quiet, this new machine. So to start out, we use just a marker, and I color in the little, I think it's called the little stamen parts of the flower. And you can obviously cut out however many parts of each flower, of how many flowers you want to make. And you'll see here in the end, I'll put a picture of my final project. And you'll see it in the beginning too. Anyway, I did the very little tips, and then also the bottom. And then I'm going to kind of curl this one up. So I colored here in the center. You don't have to be perfect about it. And then just some little lines. And when you're going to curl this up and crease it, you don't have to be totally specific. Now you can actually, so I use this little tool. It's a scraper off of for vinyl and whatnot, but you can curl them out this way, but these particular ones, I'm going to curl them in so it looks more like a little bud. And you can use a pair of scissors if you don't have a tool like this. Just use a flat part. You could even use a knife, like a little butter knife, just as long as it's a little flat, or a side of a spoon or something. Anyway, it's going to kind of curl up like that. So, and I should have done this part first. So with the wire, I actually cut about 4 inches. And then I use little wire tools and kind of curl up a little part. And then you can kind of see, then kind of smash it so it's kind of flat. You see that? Hopefully that's clear. Then I'm using Artis craft glue. I use a bunch of glue right here, and I fill the whole area. And to color my thing, I just used a little Post-it. That was handy. You could use a scrap piece of paper or whatever. So you lay that right there, and you're going to get little sticky fingers. It's okay, the glue comes right off, and it also dries really clear. Dries clear. So, and then you just curl it around the very end of the wire. The little crimped part helps it, kind of gives a stopper at the end. That makes sense. In my description, I will leave the number to this particular SVG die cut off of the design store on Silhouette. And you could basically make them color whatever color you wanted, and make any type of blossoms or flowers you like. So with that, after you get it all crimped, and it will dry, you would set it aside, but since I've already kind of done this part, we're going to put this together, but it's all going to dry really well. So I glued the very bottom, put a bunch of glue on it, you can see, and it doesn't have to be perfect. And then you can see that little thing the flower has a hole punched. Put that right there in the center. And then I also kind of filled a bunch of glue right around here. Pulled it up. And then you kind of clamp it. And I overlapped my leaves. And then you kind of crimp the little thing. I think I am missing one part. Hold on. The little star. Can't forget the star. So with that, to add this little part, and this is, it gives that extra where the flower comes out of the bud. I glue really a bunch right there. And then it has the little tiny hole. Stick it through it. And then kind of fold that up. And it will dry, and it gives that kind of the bottom of the bud. And then you kind of let it dry for a little bit, but because of filming's sake, now you can grab a little piece of floral wire, or you can grab crepe paper, you know, and then you wrap the very bottom, and you know the floral wire, if you pull it, then pull it and stretch it, it gets all sticky. And found a little secret that, because you want to get up right close, you can push this up there and it gets right up there close after you kind of come down a little bit. So just twist and pull, and it will cover, and pinch it kind of so it makes it adheres really well. And then you can just get down so far, tear it off. Cute little bud. And it's going to dry up really nice. So then I cut it about 1 inch down. See that darling bud? Isn't that cute? Then with your little leaf, I just use the same tool, and you could use a knife or scissors or whatever, or spoon, and I crease down the center like that, and then fold it in half, and then I curled the edges like I did with the leaves. So it kind of gives a more realistic look. So there you go. Now, here's the little part. Figure out exactly where I wanted it to be. I'm looking at my leaves here. I think I actually want to have it down on this little spot right here to cover up. And I just grabbed a branch outside my house. Hopefully you can kind of see this. Let me add some more glue. Just use my glue gun. My cute little bud in there. And no, I don't want to burn fingers, but I lick my finger first and kind of pat on there. Hopefully you can see that. And then kind of adhere it. And then glue right here in the end of the leaf. And I'm going to tap it and hold it right behind. Against. Hold it until it gets cool. And that's all it is. And I'll show you a final picture here at the end. Thanks for joining me, and remember, Silhouette Design Store is where you can find the cutout, the SVG. Thanks.